Hey, what's up guys, welcome back to a new video filming from my new room here in Nagano, where I'm going to be working for the summer. Today I thought I would just discuss the pros and cons of living in Osaka. So basically I spent 2 months there, which I know isn't very long, but I feel like I got to see a good part of the city, and obviously I still think this video could be useful for anyone that's thinking of going there or even visiting. So yeah, let's get started. First of all, I would say it's an easy city to get to. So there's a pretty good airport, obviously large train station. A lot of buses are also departing from Osaka and to Osaka from all around Japan. So I think if you're coming from other places in Japan or even internationally, like, it's pretty easy to reach. Also, the transport within the city is pretty good. Like, the city of Osaka is quite small, so it's really easy to get around. Like, the trains work very well, the subway is very good. I think there are also buses as well. I didn't take the buses, but yeah, it's pretty easy to navigate, and a lot of people also had bicycles as well. And obviously taxis are also, like, available too. Another pro is that Osaka, like, it's very central and it's a great base for day trips. So especially this is more for travelers, but also for people living there as well. You can visit other places quite easily. So it's about an hour from Kyoto, like half an hour from Nara and Kobe. Wakayama is not too far. So yeah, there's a bunch of like small towns probably that I don't even know, but yeah, you can do some very nice day trips, and yeah, it's just a very central and a good base to travel from if you're looking to like base yourself somewhere in Japan and maybe travel from there. Also, like, the airport has cheap domestic flights all around Japan and even like to different countries in Asia. Another pro has got to be the food. So I'm probably not the best person because I'm vegan, but Osaka is like famous all around Japan for their food. So the two most popular dishes would be takoyaki, which is kind of like these balls like made of like octopus, and okonomiyaki. So yeah, and also just a bunch of other food places. Like, there's so many bars, so many restaurants, and I would say just like the nightlife in general, it's probably one of the best places in Japan. I think it seemed to me like just a very cool city. Like, the people there are really cool. Like, they dress very well, they're very put together, and there's a lot of like shopping, a lot of fashion, anywhere from like designer stores to like your Uniqlo, and even a lot of thrift stores as well. There's a like a suburb called Amerikamura, and it's like got a ton of thrift shops, really cool vintage shopping, and just cool cafes, and it's just a cool place, I think, for young people. Like, if you want to be in a city, then I think Osaka is an awesome place. Another pro, I guess, is the job. So I came on a working holiday, and I was volunteering in a hostel. So I didn't really have an intention of like working in Osaka, but I think like my friends that were doing working holidays, like, they found jobs pretty easily. I mean, obviously not the best paid because the salaries in Japan are just like not that great, but if you do want to work in Japan, like, even as an office job, Osaka is probably the place. Like, other than Tokyo, I think Osaka would be like the second best place. Or if you just want like casual work, obviously they're always hiring, and like being a big city, there's a lot of tourists, so a lot of places, like, if you can speak English or other languages, they will just hire foreigners even if you don't speak much Japanese. Another pro is that, like, I would say it's cheap or cheaper than Tokyo. I checked the website, I'll link it, or I'll put like a graph or something, but from my research, I found that the prices in Osaka are around half the price of Tokyo. So I think this is not only rent but housing and even hotels. I've heard Osaka's a lot more affordable, so if you want to save money on your stay in Japan, and you still want to like be in the city, obviously Osaka is probably a really good option. Okay, now going to the cons. So because it is quite a small city, but it's also very popular for tourists, so the main areas can get super crowded. So I'm talking like near Totonbori, Namba area, Shinsaibashi, and even Umeda, which is the kind of in the north of the city. Like, that station is also like just hectic. Obviously it's a big city, so it's busy, a lot of traffic, a lot of noise. A lot of the trains are like always full and just packed. Another con is that there's not much nature, or for me, like, in the middle of the city where I stayed, I didn't see a lot of green. There weren't a lot of trees. It was just a lot of like concrete, which, coming from New Zealand, like where I grew up, is quite difficult for me because I'm just used to seeing so much nature everywhere. There's also no beach, so I don't know, that's just something for me. Like, I love the beach, which I don't know, probably for a lot of people like it's not an issue, but for me, like, it's far away from the beach. So if you like the ocean, it's probably not the best place for you to stay. The weather can be a bit of a con. Like, in summer it gets super hot, and I was there, I left in June, but the weather was already getting really hot, like almost 30 degrees, to the point where like I wouldn't want to go out in the middle of the day, even in June. So I can only imagine in summer, I feel like it would just be way too hot. I don't know the temperatures in winter. I imagine it's cold, but probably not terrible, but obviously, yeah. But yeah, that's kind of it. That's just like my short list from my experience having lived there for 2 months. If anyone has anything to add or any questions, please feel free to let me know. Overall, I really enjoyed my time in Osaka. It was a really fun place. I met some cool people, and yeah, I definitely will be back one day. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.